Today I will show you a couple of drills with brush strokes which you can apply for painting very different flowers. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and book author. Welcome to my studio. I will use round synthetic brush, a relatively big size. It can be size number 10 or number 12. It's also convenient if you prepare good amount of mix. I have alizarin crimson, but it can be any color. It's very important to learn to paint fine lines. You hold your brush about 45 degrees to the paper and you touch the paper just with the tip of the brush, and then you move your hand. The aim is not to make it perfect. Aim is to learn to move your hand. There are very rare straight lines in the nature, so you shouldn't use a ruler or anything else, but you need to be brave. You need to be confident to make fine lines with your brush. I reload my brush. Another drill. We start from the tip of the brush, same as we did here, tip of the brush, and then I apply pressure on the body of the brush, and I still move my hand, and then I release the pressure, I lift up my brush, and then I apply pressure on my brush again, and I still move my hand, and then I lift up my brush, and repeat. It's much more convenient to do it quicker, so now I will do the same, but in my regular tempo. I reload my brush, starting from the tip of the brush. Pressure, no pressure, pressure, no pressure, pressure, no pressure. This changing of pressure on the brush we use very often. It's one of the most important habits you have to do, to use different parts of body of the brush, of the bristle. Now let's add some movement. So I go with the tip of the brush from bottom to top, and on the way down I apply pressure on my brush. And then I release the pressure and do the fine stroke and apply pressure. No pressure, pressure. No pressure, pressure. No pressure, pressure. I need to reload my brush. Pressure, no pressure. Now let's do it quicker. It's much more convenient to do this exercise quicker, not with the speed I'm explaining. So you see even on my painting how different it feels when I move my hand quicker. What's important, you always move your hand from left to right, from left to right. So this was very important. We use this pressure, changing of pressure when we paint leaves, when we paint petals, very often. Now let's practice separate brush strokes. We practice paint them in the lines, but now just single brush strokes, starting from the tip of the brush. No pressure, pressure, release the pressure, and we got a petal. Once again, tip of the brush, pressure, release the pressure. Don't afraid of making these uneven edges. It's always add to the impression of your flowers, of your leaves. And second way is to start with the pressure. I press my brush on the paper and then I release the pressure. Pressure on the brush, release the pressure, and I twist my brush a little bit while I'm doing this. It also helps to create a bit more interesting shape. So just compare like this or twist like this. very different. It's also a very important habit to be able to twist your brush in your hands. Let's do it again. Some twist of the brush. You can even in this way create a different shape and release the pressure. So now we learned to twist the brush and vary the pressure on the brush, varying the pressure on your brush and twist on your brush. Would be really nice for you if you take a big pile of paper. It can be very cheap watercolor paper, it can be some used watercolor paper used on the other side, and you do one page with straight lines, one page with this exercise, one page with this continuous brush stroke and petals. Now let me show you how to combine all these drills into something looking more like a flower. And let's find the center of the flower. I can literally paint some dot. And starting from the tip of the brush, no pressure, pressure on the brush, release the pressure. This technique will create very narrow, long brush strokes. You can use them for painting daisies, cosmos flowers, sunflowers, many other things. And again, it's much quicker or much interesting to do it a little bit quicker, not as slow as I'm explaining. And you can either try to move your wrist, that will create variety in your brush strokes, or you can move your paper, that will create more or less similar brush strokes. I recommend you to try both. And now let's do another type of petals. Again, center of the flower. But now I would like to have more defined edges of the petals and maybe a little bit thicker petals. So I start from outside with the tip of the brush and I apply pressure on the brush. And then I release the pressure and I do it a bit more careful. So that creates thicker petal with very defined tip. So now let's do it again. Tip of the brush, pressure on the brush. You can twist your brush a bit and then you release the pressure. Same situation, either move your paper or move your wrist. Very practical to try both, and as usual it's much more convenient to do it quicker. Another flower. If you don't happy with the shape, it's always fine to get back to the top and correct the petal. Very nice middle. Here you can also add some small dots to the center of the flower. This was our exercise. Again, I recommend you just to cover a couple of pages just with these simple flowers. Once you get there, it will be very easy for you to move forward and add more and more complexity into your paintings. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please let me know in comments what would you like to learn next. See you soon. Bye bye.